friends, the soul evolution is our spiritual topic today, right? So, soul evolution. So, these are most important topic in order to understand in the spiritual science, the part of spiritual science, my dear friends. So, yesterday we all understood very well about the seven chakras, seven bodies. Seven chakras. What are the seven chakras? What are the characteristics? So, how does it define the one's own life based on their characteristics? Which chakra is predominant? Which chakra is so in normal condition? That's what we have looked at. And seven bodies also we have looked at. So, what are the various bodies with which the soul consciousness or soul takes the birth on the Earth planet? But it has got so many layers of bodies. We have seen it. Seven layers of bodies are there. Friends, now if you are discussing about soul evolution, so we will try to understand a little bit about the creation, how the creation happened, right? How the creation happened in this universe, my dear friends. The entire cosmos. How does the creation happens? We need to look at this carefully. So let's understand. Let's remember this forever, okay, in our lifetime. Friends, when you look at the whole creation is created by something called supreme intelligence. That's called supreme intelligence, Paramatma, Paripurnatma, or you can say in your simple terms, in layman terms, is God. You can call it any name, but it is the source of creation on this and in the entire universe. That is the source of creation, my dear friends. So when we look at that, the supreme intelligence is creating the whole cosmos. The cosmos means it's a combination, summation of all the galaxies, all the star system, so many planets, many galaxies, many star systems, which is infinite in nature, my dear friends, which is infinite in number. Nobody knows. Our science, especially the modern science, may not know, not even the nine planets of the solar system where we are living in currently on the Earth planet. We are not able to understand our Earth itself properly. We are not able to maintain the Earth itself properly, my dear friends. The Earth itself is, deteriorated. Its quality, the safety and security, the safety, everything is gone. Even the Earth planet itself, we are unable to manage. So we have no reachability to understand more than Earth planet, any other things, the other extraneous planets or star systems, whatever it may be. It's difficult to understand. We can't understand that. Only the way to understand when we connect to the Creator, when we connect to our own soul consciousness, definitely we can understand. Because all are created, including human beings, the whole star system, the whole planet system, entire many universes are there, many multi-parallel universes are there. All are created by the supreme intelligence, or we call it as a supreme intelligence or Paripurnatma. That has created the entire creation. So when we connect to the Creator, when we connect to our own soul, we can understand anything else in the universe, my dear friends. So that possibility is very much there, and which has been done by our ancestors, especially our gurus, our sages, our saints. They have successfully done. Before the invention of telescope, we already know that there are 9 planets, my dear friends. We already know much information about the sun. We already know much information about the moon. Everything we know. All the Jyotisha Shastra is taken the birth in the Sanatana Dharma, part of Sanatana Dharma. We have Jyotish Shastra, we have spiritual science, we have everything, my dear friends. Before the invention of any of the modern gadgets or modern equipments or modern instruments. So such is the power, such is the uniqueness. So such is the magnanimity of our own Sanatana Dharma. So we always need to be so proud of that, my dear friends. But so as the centuries gone ahead, as the thousands of years have passed, then what happened is we lost the entire glory of our own Sanatana Dharma. The entire glory has been lost. The reasons are many, my dear friends. Many invasions happened. Many of the invasions happened on our country, on Bharat especially. So many invasions from so many different kinds, different sector of people have invaded. Then they spoiled. They have completely destroyed many of the valuable granthas, valuable books, valuable technology, our own ancient technology. Everything has been spoiled. So in this process, whole process, even Nalanda University was such a great university we had in Bihar, Nalanda University. So that itself is set on the fire by one of the Arab ruler those days. So that is completely gone. Completely 6 months period, it was burning. All the books were burning, my dear friends. 6 months. Such is the magnanimity, or you can say magnificence of our Indian tradition or Indian Vedic knowledge and Vedic literature, my dear friends. Somehow, what we try to understand here is we try to understand about the our own creation, how the creation happened. So Supreme Intelligence has created the two things, my dear friends. First thing you need to remember. So we have to remember that the creation happened by Supreme Intelligence in two ways. One is Purusha, other is Prakriti. Prakriti is one creation, Purusha is one creation. Under Prakriti, what are the things comes? Nature kingdom comes. What are the nature kingdom? The animal kingdom, plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, bird kingdom. These are the four things are created under so-called Prakriti. Prakriti is one of the creation by Supreme Intelligence. The second creation in parallel, that is called Purusha. What is Purusha? Purusha, the under Purusha, human kingdom comes, my dear friends. The human kingdom is under Purusha, right? So let's always understand. So there was a Darwin theory, as a part of our science and technology, or so-called the modern science. What it tried to research about it is, so human being has been generated or evolved from the monkey. That's a wrong concept. It's a wrong concept. So it's not at all possible, my dear friends. So monkeys only belong to the animal kingdom. From monkey, we never evolved it. Try to always remember this point. Okay, how are we created? We are created by Supreme Intelligence in parallel. In parallel to the animal kingdom, human kingdom, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, bird kingdom, mineral kingdom. That belongs to nature kingdom. That's called Prakriti, and we are called as Purusha. Under Purusha, of course, male and female both, right? So male and female both are created in the human beings. So this is how the creation happened, my dear friends. Always remember this point very carefully. Now, so when the nature kingdom is created, in the nature kingdom, what are the basic characteristics of nature kingdom? We'll try to observe. So there, particularly, when these are created from Supreme Intelligence, the soul consciousness also get divided. It means into the nature kingdom, especially into the Prakriti, so like a lot of plants, lot of variety of plants, lot of animals, lot of variety of animals, carnivorous, herbivorous animals, lot of things are there. So there, one thing is very important is there is a something called group soul consciousness, my dear friends. It's a group soul consciousness. The group soul is especially in the Prakriti, there is something called group soul. There is no individual soul for each and every animal, my dear friends. So whatever the animals are there, the entire animal kingdom, right? Entire animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom also there are variety of animals. Let's say you take deer, or you take sheep, you take goat, okay, you take elephant. A particular animal, of course, that animal will be millions in the number, or it may be thousands, lakhs of numbers are there on the Earth planet. All they will have one soul that is called group soul. That's a group soul. So this is very important point. At the same time, trees. You have mango trees, so banana trees. There are so many guava trees. So many trees are there. Variety of trees are being created. Who have created all these things? Supreme Intelligence or Creator. He has created all these things. We have no control. We have no business doing. We have no business of doing anything or creating anything such sort of things, my dear friends. Human being doesn't have any kind of that kind of power. Okay, so we only can utilize what is available here, what is created by Supreme Intelligence or God. We can only utilize. Everything is given for our utilization. You can utilize, you can lead your life comfortably here without any problems. So you are fed with everything what you required here. When you came here, so it's something like this. Now, so let's say you make a picnic from this place to some other place. You go there. What will happen? So everything is provided for you. Hotel is there, car is there, like food is available, everything is available for you. Likewise, you came for the picnic from the other worlds, the higher worlds to the earth planet, my dear friends. Since you come over here, so what you are required? You required food is required, shelter is required, clothing is required, water is required, right? All these are required. The various resources are required for you to survive on the earth planet. For this, what happened is the creator has done one thing is the creation of the prakriti. Prakriti has been created in order to utilize by the human beings. This is the point you have to carefully remember. Okay, so that means prakriti nowhere depends upon the human beings. Human being is only going to depend all the time on the prakriti. Human being, that means Purusha. The Purusha kingdom is going to depend always on the Prakriti. Prakriti never depend on the Purusha. So that is why they are independent each other. No animal depends on you. No animal depends on you. No creature depends on you. No plant depends on you. Always remember this. The forest will grow on its own. The animals, small creatures, they'll be roaming in around your house itself, inside your house also. Are you looking at, are you feeding the small creatures at any point of time? Did you think about it? Ants, maybe small creatures also, which will be roaming. So likewise, what happened, friends? 84 lakh species are there on this earth planet. 84 lakhs. So do you think any of the particular species, are you feeding any food? Are you feeding a water? Are you taking care of them? You are not required to do anything, friends. So that is the the kind of the care and the care which is taken by the creator on the prakriti. Prakriti is directly under the control of the creator, because in prakriti what happened? There is no mind, there is no free will, my dear friends. There is no free will, there is no mind. They have all about animal. Let's take an animal. The animal, what it does? It eats the food, it rests itself, it produces some children, it takes care of children a little bit. So these are only the basic things it does. These are called basic instinct. That means animals go by the basic instincts which are provided by the creator. They won't do anything else other than that. They won't, like, as a human being, like how we, with the help of our mind, we try to cheat somebody, we try to scold somebody, we try to make somebody to disappoint, or we try to make other person to be hurted. All these things they won't do. The reason is the mind is not grown. The mind is the basic mind is there. The basic mind which is provided by the nature or so-called creator, supreme intelligence, whatever it is given, with which it leads its life. It leads the entire life of 15 year, 20 year, or 10 year, or 5 year, whatever it may be. So then you can understand there is no question of free will. There is no question of mind grown, and there is no question of free will. When there is no free will, there is no question of getting law of karma attracted. There is no law of attraction in the part of the nature kingdom or in the Prakriti. In the Prakriti, there is no question of law of attraction. The reason being, so there are no karmas done by all these, the animals or trees or whichever it may be. Either plants or the, animals or the bird kingdom or the, the mineral kingdom, they won't do any kind of karmas because they don't have mind. So they won't do any karmas. So they won't get any reactions. That means there is no karma, there is no the result of it. That's why law of karma is not applicable. And also their growth also, like one particular the type of plant, so many millions of trees has got individual soul, one soul, that's called group soul. So that's how it works, my dear friends. In the nature kingdom is created and kept ready for you, right? For who? For the human kingdom to utilize and to survive, and also you have to be friendly with them. Never ever try to understand. It means one thing we need to understand here. One common point is here: the nature king, that is Prakriti, is created by God. Prakriti is created by creator, and human kingdom is also created by, the supreme intelligence. Then when both are created, what happened is, so its own consciousness, the supreme intelligence consciousness is divided and provided to the entire species, my dear friends. That means there is a soul consciousness very much exists in the nature kingdom, in the Prakriti. It means what? Animals, birds, and trees, and minerals. Everything, everywhere, there is a soul consciousness. This is the point you need to note down. And now, when it comes to the human kingdom, we are also provided with, the soul consciousness. But the uniqueness of the, the human being is you are given a individual soul, individual entity of the soul, my dear friends. There is an individual soul. Always remember this. So, along with the individual soul, you are also given other three things. One is physical body, physical mind, and then intellect. Then comes to the soul consciousness or the individual soul. These are the four things are always with every human being, my dear friends. Either be it a male, be a female, these four things are quite common. These are common things which are given to every human being. Now, so when you come to the understanding of there is a free will, there is always a very good amount of growth possible for the human being on this earth planet. And also, he has created a power. He has given the kind of the particular powers in order to do the co-creation along with the God. The God has created the entire earth and the nature kingdom, right? So this much is given. After that, whatever you see, the buildings or factories or so many different type varieties of many of the man-made things. Who is doing all this is, my friends? All these things are created by human being. With what he has created, because he has been given the mind to think, intellect to decide, and the soul to give the energy, and the physical body to work. So when these four things are available with you, you can do wonders on this earth planet, provided your mind acts properly, your intellect decide properly, and your soul energy utilize and tap properly all the time. All the time you are living with the soul consciousness. Then what will happen is you are fearless, you are deathless. No, you never feel, you'll get any fear, you don't get any anxiety, you'll be so patient, you'll be having a lot of perseverance. All the soul qualities, all the soul qualities will be there all the time with you. When you have all the soul qualities, then you can do wonders on this earth planet, my dear friends. So that's how what you need to understand here. Since you have been given the mind, you have been given the intellect. So what will happen is you will be doing lot of karmas. Lot of karmas will be done. What is karma? Karma means a deed, action. You will be doing lot of actions, lot of karmas, with which what happens is if it is a good karma, it brings a good result. If it is a bad karma, it will be a bad result. Ultimately, you are getting into the cycle of karma, the cycle of karma. That means cycle of karma means karma cycle or law of karma. You are again entering into the law of karma now. So because of the law of karma, what happens is you may need to take several births in order to get the this enlightenment or self-realization. You may need to take several births, my dear friends. At first, when you are born from the supreme intelligence, so we are the human kingdom, we are belong to the Purusha, and we are given the individual soul. The first time when the soul comes to the earth planet or any other planet in the universe, wherever it goes, in order to make its journey of the life of the soul journey starts. Whenever the soul is the soul, that means that the first time the individual soul is generated from the supreme intelligence. That soul is called infant soul. Let us see the subject now. Soul evolution. Okay. Now we have come to this particular subject, soul evolution, friends. The part of soul evolution. The first stage of the soul evolution means what? The stages of the soul. In that, the first stage of the soul is infant soul. Next comes to baby soul. Next comes to young soul. Next comes to mature soul. Next comes to old soul. Next will be transcendental soul. Next will be infinite soul. Right? So try to understand this. So what I'm trying to say is now you have been given, your soul has born out of the supreme intelligence in the form of the Purusha, in the form of the human kingdom. You have been given an individual soul. The individual soul, the first time when it comes from the supreme intelligence, that is called infant soul. Why it is called infant soul? So let's observe the physical body, friends. our physical body itself, right? So it is born infant, baby, infant. After that, it becomes a baby, it becomes a youngster, it becomes a little bit the old, the matured person, and then old person. Likewise, old person. So the stages of the evolution is there for a physical body also. Similarly, for a soul also, when it is born just from the supreme intelligence, it comes from Paramatma as a children. We are all the children of the God. That's why our entire human kingdom, entire Purusha kingdom, Pakruti, everything is children of the God, my dear friends. That is why we used to say, you cannot kill any animal, you cannot kill any other thing for your sake of the food. The reason is there is very much, the soul consciousness is there very much inside the entire Prakriti. That means nature kingdom. That means animals. Every animal is having the soul consciousness. There is a God inside. God is living everywhere, my dear friends. When the God is living everywhere, what happens is you are not supposed to kill any animal, eat the food of that particular animal, the flesh of the animal. You are not supposed to eat. When you are cutting the animal, means you are cutting the God. You are cutting the soul consciousness, which is there very much inside every animal. Every animal comes here not for sake of you. I told already, it is not created. No animal kingdom, no plant kingdom, no animal kingdom. Nothing will depend on you. They have their own life, my dear friends. You have to. Only thing is, if you can help them. They are your younger brothers, right? You can help them. You can play with them. Only that much is allowed. So not to interfere in their life, not to kill the animal, not to end their life. So you are not be given that kind of rights, my dear friends. When you do that kind of activities, what happens is the law of karma catches you. It puts you into the trouble. It means you have done a negative karma now, so you are going to experience that negative result of the negative karma in the next future lives or a current life. Definitely, you have to suffer, my dear friends. If you kill any animal or if you eat a non-vegetarian, so it is going to be very much, the law of karma is going to be applicable very much. So you have to be careful because we are born as individual soul, and you have been given a chance to grow yourself, so you can become a god, my dear friends. In a throughout the 300 to 400 lives, what happens is, in particular, at the end of the 400 lives, you yourself will become a creator. You yourself will become a infinite soul. So that is the possibility given for only this Purusha kingdom. So that is why you have to be so careful about law of karma. The law of karma is only going to cause several births, the repetition of your birth and deaths on this earth planet because of your own law of karma. So that's why you have to be careful. Now let's understand what is infant soul. The first time when we born out of the supreme intelligence, we are called as a infant soul. Friends, what is infant soul? Infant soul is something like, yesterday we discussed about Mooladhara Chakra, right? So Mooladhara Chakra. So all the characteristics of the Mooladhara Chakra is very much with the infant soul. It is basically infant soul will be looking after only body. It will be working with the body consciousness. It takes care of body. It takes care of food, rest, clothing, the housing, and take care of your children. If you have the children, you have family, you will take care of them. Only you are limited to that, very much limited to that. So, and also you will have a lot of anger, lot of emotions, and you'll be, for a small things also you will be responding or reacting so wildly. All these basic characteristics will be there with the infant soul. Is as good as close to the as good as cold close to the animal kind of a life, my dear friends. The infant soul, especially overall, see, for example, let me tell you, in the entire world, if you observe, right, in your own house, you may have one, may be infant soul, one may be mature soul. You may be mature soul, your children may be infant soul, your wife may be the old soul, or your daughter may be something else, like, the you can say like young soul. So like everyone will have their own maturity of the soul, my dear friends, but we are all living together. We have to accept everything. So that is why the chance is given, the opportunity is given for all of us to co-live. I mean, live together and learn together, learn from each other. See, for example, sometimes your own children, your own kid will be much intelligent than you. So there is a great possibility for that. The reason being, what kind of soul evolution is living in right now? What kind of the stage of the soul with which he came to the earth planet, which you don't know. That is why you have to respect everybody. You have to learn from everybody. You have to learn from all the people, my dear friends. The reason being, you do not know the opposite person in what soul stage he is in, which chakra is predominant within him. What kind of chakra is predominant within that particular person, you are not aware of it. So that means that you have to respect the other person. You have to learn what all the things you can learn from the other person. So always keep learning. So that is your dharma. The dharma has to be followed. Without you follow the dharma, you will be doing so injustice to yourself, my dear friends. So that is why. So what I'm trying to say is, infant soul is more of like living with the Mooladhara chakra. So what is the Mooladhara chakra characteristics? I told yesterday already. They are only worried about their own body, their own family. They are not worried about, not even they apply. They don't apply the mind. They don't apply the mind, not even the religious nature. They don't have religious nature, right? So that is how, so this is what the characteristics of the infant soul. In this stage of the soul, my dear friends, as an infant soul, every human being may take so many births. I told already in the Mooladhara chakra, we may be spending about 70 to 80 lives. We come here 70 to 80 times will come. What is 70 to 80 times equal to? 7,000 to 8,000 years. 7,000 to 8,000 years we come here and we lead, on average 70 to 80 lives means an average I'm taking 100 years per life, right? That is the highest possibility what I'm trying to take. So friends, likewise, what happened? This infant soul, the stage of infant soul may continue for 60 to 70 lives in your soul, in your entire soul journey. In an entire your soul journey, so many lives will be taken as infant soul. Then what will happen is, slowly, at the end of infant soul, so infant soul lives are 70, for example. In 70, maybe at the end of the 70 numbers, what will happen is you start learning, you start applying the mind. Now you want to change your life now. You want to go to the next stage of soul. So that is where, see here, baby soul. So friends, baby soul means what? This is living with the Swadhisthana chakra. So friends, try to understand, there are 7 stages of souls here. Okay, 7 stages of souls. Every soul stage is directly connected to the each one of the chakra. There are 7 chakras. There are 7 soul stages. Remember this point. They are directly connected. So you can just connect each other. Then you will get all the subject will be understood by you, right? So that's what the baby soul now. Baby soul is the child. The child is also called child soul, which is just born, right? After the infant soul after the infant soul, once it crosses the infant soul stage, then it enters into baby soul. Here is where he starts applying the mind. He starts working with the mind consciousness. So that is what happened is, in the dimension of the mind, you will be living. So then what will happen? So you will always, try to live according to the society, and in a obedient children of the society. They follow the society rules and culture, religion, politics, so they look up to, celebrities and successful people in the society as their role models. Always they try to see these people as a role models for them, right? So, and also what will happen is, they would like to explore more about materialistic world, and they are easily influenced by their social circles and the trends. They follow blindly. They follow blindly. They have little mind. They have only the little mind is there. And also, of course, in the baby soul or the infant soul, both are, tamasic nature. Tamo guna is predominant in these people. Okay, they'll be so violent, they'll be so aggressive, they'll be killing, they'll be eating non-vegetarian. No doubt about that. Okay, so these were the characteristics of the baby soul, my dear friends. So they look at everything that happens to them as a destiny or a fate. What happens is, they always think, so somebody has done for me, and this is my fate. What should I do? So they don't own anything. They don't take anything into their control at all. They always, try to throw the blame on the other person or other situation. So other incident, whatever it may be. So that's how what happened is they decide if anything happens in their life, he decide or he quote that it is my fate, it is my destiny of the life. He never accept that, I'm completely responsible myself for the situation, what I'm leading into, what I'm living right now. He won't do that. He doesn't have that kind of attitude. So by the end of the cycle, friends, they no longer passively accept what is happening to them as a fate. They decide to take action and gain some control on their own lives at the end of the baby soul stages. Okay, at the end of the baby soul stages, so what they do is they try to they try to take the control on their own life. So this is how, friends, they are ready now in order to go to the next stage of the soul, that is the young soul, my dear friends. So what about young soul, friends? Young soul means, see, the baby soul and in the infant soul, all the people like, who are the workers, some, kind of people who are going for jobs, all these people will be there. So all the people who are working any profession like a doctor, engineer, and you can say the contractor, painter, all these people, so many other, these kind of all these people who apply their, they work with the body, they also work with the some mind, using their mind, they work all these things they do in the day-to-day life, they lead the life with that, with the body and mind, up to the baby soul. Now come to the young soul. What happens here is, friends, they try to apply the intelligence now. The intelligence is coming into picture now here. So what will happen? Like a poets, like as I told yesterday, so the young soul will live with the Manipuraka chakra. Manipuraka chakra means, so I explained yesterday, with the Manipuraka chakra characteristics, they live, young soul will live such a way that they apply some intelligence, they have some panditya, they try to learn more and more, they try to understand, right? They become a poet, they become a musician or a sports person or a politician or so many things, my dear friends. So there are, they'll be interested to work for a, what is that exactly? They'll be trying to work for the name and fame, basically, like a politician. Always what he does is, he is not interested to serve anybody, my dear friends. He is interested to make a name and fame and money. That's all. That's all his interest. So likewise, so the characteristics of this young soul are like this. Okay. At the start of the cycle, soul possesses very strong drive to succeed and achieve materialistic wealth, my dear friends, and success also. So they'll try to test their strengths and willpower. In the process, they create lot of karmic ties. What happened is, in the process of doing all these things, getting materialistic goals, a lot of materialistic goals are there. You want to achieve it. You want to become a great engineer, or you want to become a great doctor, whatever it may be. In the process of doing all that, you want to become one of the leading doctor in the society. You think like that. You think that I want to become a leading professional doctor, the highly what you can say like famous doctor in this particular city. Then he may do lot of things, and he may do lot of negative karmas also. In fact, those negative karmas is going to create lot of karmic bandage for him, right? So it is going to give a lot of something called, so a lot of reincarnation. So it causes for reincarnation, especially the law of karma, right? So that's how, friends, what happened as a young soul. What is happening here is, so you are completely immersed into the materialistic world, and also you want to become more and more famous. See here, so and especially, so what will happen is, you always focus on I, me, myself, and mine. No, they measure their self worth based on their material and external success. They are always looking at external success. In fact, you see, there are many singers, right? Nowadays, they compete each other. They one will earn some money, the other want to earn more and more money than other person. So, do you think that a person who is doing the great singing, great melodious singer, but doesn't mean that he is not a matured person? He's a young person. He's a young soul. He's not a matured soul, my dear friends. The reason being, he doesn't have any spiritual wisdom. He doesn't have any spiritual wisdom. He's going with a pure materialistic. Of course, he has got buddhi. He has got some panditya. He learned it. He became a great singer, but he doesn't have any spiritual wisdom. You need to understand this. Okay. So they are ambitious, self-driven, possess good leadership qualities. So what will happen is, success in the material world gives them the great satisfaction. In fact, for all these young souls also realize that their actions have consequences, but they are not ready to take any responsibility for those consequences. Okay. Toward the end of the cycle, what happens is, they already achieved the, what happened at the end of this young soul cycle, they already achieved the great pinnacle of success. Now they start questioning their own values of material achievements. They get bored. They get bored. You see some of the people, the filthy rich people, what happens now? When they become so rich, so filthy rich, so much rich, what happened? They'll be sitting idle in the house because they have no work now. They have money, they have everything what they wanted in their own house. Now what do? They sit idle, they'll be keep thinking. So what is all about this? I earned so much money, I earned so much name and everything, but I'm not these are the things not belong to me. These are not, no, they not belong to me. I'm not able to get the real satisfaction within me, having so much wealth and so much manpower, everything, but I'm not getting any real satisfaction within me. You will having that kind of emptiness, my dear friends. That kind of, the void, that is that kind of a void is there within him. Though he is materially successful, become a great painter or a great musician or a great dancer, but at the end of this young soul cycle, he always try to feel himself, I am not having any satisfaction. So I need to do something else now. Because he has filthy rich, he has filthy successful person. So that's how, so slowly, you look for, so they see the limitations of money, success. When this kind of thinking starts, what happen, entering in their mind, then they are ready to graduate to the next cycle of the soul, my dear friends. So now they goes to the mature soul, right? Mature soul. What about the mature soul? Mature soul will start thinking inwards. Will start thinking inwards, will start living with the soul consciousness. At least some kind of a soul consciousness starts within them, right? And also, what they do is, this is when exactly soul starts looking inward and begin to start value the things which are not outside. So lived is, in the search of eternal happiness. That means they live in the search of eternal happiness, joy, and self-realization, my dear friends. Right? So this how, so they are now away from the young soul. All the material success, everything they've already gone through in the previous young soul cycle. Now they want to go a little above that. It means what? They try to work with the soul consciousness. What do? They start practicing meditation, and they start attending these kind of workshops. They start attending a lot of satsang, right? So all these things they do. So in the part of, materials, the mature soul cycle, they always try to go towards they try to travel, they try to do the lot of inner journey, they try to go towards the soul consciousness. So that's how their entire nature of mind will be like that. You try to see some of the people like this in the society, you will find definitely. So they say that, I'm interested in meditation, I'm interested in yoga, I want to learn this, I want to learn that. So they keep saying all these things. The reason being, so the same house, your wife may be interested like that. You may not be interested. Your children, especially if they are, just a baby soul or a child soul, he will never be listened to you. That's how what happens, friends. If you are a spiritualist person, if you are having spiritual wisdom, so there is something called acceptance is the first and foremost criteria. As a spiritualistic person, you should have the acceptance for everything. Your child itself may be a kind of a baby soul or you can say infant soul, but you have to accept, no doubt about it, because his behavior will be completely wrong. You can see many of the houses like that. In many of the houses, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to bring a change in your child, it doesn't come. And whatever the change you want to bring in your own wife or husband, you cannot bring it. They won't listen to you at all. The reason being, they are not wrong at all. Don't think they are wrong. You have to accept them. Why do you need to accept them? The reason is they are in that particular soul stage. What is your problem? Your soul journey is different. His soul journey is different. Your child's soul journey is different. Your wife's soul journey is different. Your mother, your father. Everybody has got their own soul journey. They are all in their own, like a picnic. When you go picnic, one group will be going to one side, other group will be going to other side to explore. So similarly, every soul has come to explore herself or itself onto this earth planet. They are in their own the journey of soul. Leave it to them. Never ever blame or blame or comment or a hit or hurt, right? Because your child is not listening at all, you are going to hurt him, you are going to kick him, you are going to beat him. That is not the way to that's not the way to treat your the other co-living soul. Your soul, which is living coexisting with you, you should not treat like that. You should never underestimate, or you should never like a feeling like they are inferior and you are superior. No way. That is not the spiritual attitude. That is not the qualities of a spiritual person. So when you know the truth that we are all living in different soul stages, we have to accept everybody. In your own house, I'm telling. When you get this kind of mindset, you start living together, you start living happily. There's a lot of bliss and happiness within your family, my dear friends. The reason is everybody is in their own life journey. Okay, so try understanding this very carefully, my dear friends. Now, so what will happen is at the end of the cycle, they become true seekers for the spirituality, which leads to the eternal joy and bliss, and they engage in meditation practice and they seek self-realization. Eventually, they shift to the next level of soul. They try to go forward. So that is after the mature soul. So friends, what happened? Mature soul, the young soul is living in Manipuraka, and then mature soul living in Anahata Chakra. So Anahata Chakra, all the qualities of Anahata Chakra is they always trying to go inwards. They are in the Mauna. They don't want to do any more karmas. They never attempt to do any karmas, new karmas, my dear friends. So that is the kind of mindset of these people who are born on that planet with the mature soul stage. What they do is they don't try to do any new karmas. They don't want to attempt any new karma, and they don't want to get any kind of the karmic bondage by doing some karmas. By doing any karma, you will get some kind of a result, right? That result will put you into the karmic bondage. That karmic bondage will cause the next birth. That is called reincarnation. That's how the entire journey of life it continues, my dear friends. Now, after the mature, see what will happen is now after the mature soul, you live in this stage of soul for so many years, so many lives. Then you'll come to the old soul. Old soul is as good as living in the God realization. Realized souls, my dear friends, they practice more meditation, deeper meditation. They get a lot of third eye activation. Okay, so and they know who are they. So all this will happen, my dear friends. This is something like old soul starts from Visuddha. Visuddha it starts, right? Visuddha it starts and end in the Agnya Chakra. Agnya Chakra, in the Agnya Chakra also, some part of Agnya Chakra and the entire Visuddha is almost equal to the old soul. The old soul lives, my dear friends. So that's how what happened is they try to, the old souls are service oriented, loving and compassionate people. They live in accordance to the universal laws. There is something like they go as per the soul plan. Whatever the soul path is there, the soul path, whatever is there, they follow that. So they understand that everything is connected. They live in a state of oneness. This awakens the wisdom and compassion within them. It means they always live with the oneness. They try to see that all the animals, all the plants and birds and human beings, everybody is same. They get that kind of a oneness, and all the human beings are same. All of us, having the same soul consciousness. So this kind of a oneness starts within the old soul, the people, my dear friends. The old soul start to understand the law of karma. There's a cause and effect, and that is why what happened is they try to assume the full responsibility for their thoughts, speech, and actions. Trikarana Suddhi. What happened? Trikarana Suddhi. Trikarana Suddhi means what? Whatever they speak, whatever they think, whatever they do, so they will have greatest purity in all those things, my dear friends. So that's called Trikarana Suddhi. So that's how they maintain their life, and they will understand if I do any wrong thing here, I get negative karma. It means it become a negative karma. Then I'll have to experience the negative result in this life or next life. Why should I do that? I don't want to do that. I don't want to attempt any kind of a unnecessary karmas. They won't go near to some of the people you see, they'll be like living alone. They don't want mix with the many people. Of course, they live, they eat the food, they visit, they eat the food, and they live with the family. And maybe they have family, they have children, and all these things are there very much. But their core character is especially Visuddha and Agnya Chakra, and the soul is the stage of the soul. Their soul is gold soul. This is what you need to remember, my dear friends. Okay, so this how what happen is, so they will always try to go through the path of research and teaching and some spiritual service also. They'll be interested. For example, you try to see many of the people, even they are great teachers and doctors and engineers. They go and serve in the Satyasai ashram. You see the Satyasai ashram, many people go and serve as a volunteers. All these people belongs to the kind of a old soul. So always understand, my dear friends. So they all belongs to old soul. They want to do some service, like Visuddha Chakra. The Visuddha Chakra is active with them, right? So when they're active with them, what they do, they wanted to do some materialistic service without any estimate, without any expectation. With this, what happened? They try to melt all the karmas, all the previous life karmas. They try to melt it. Melt it means what? They try to pay off. They want to become a karmic less person. They want to become bondless. They want to become karma free. So to do that, what happened? They try to do some materialistic service. That's what it happens, my dear friends, with the old soul people. Okay. Now, so when you go to the next one, that is transcendental soul or infinite soul. This transcendental soul, especially Vimukhatma, it's called Vimukhatma. What it does is, friends, transcendental soul, the stage of the transcendental soul is they live with the Agnya Chakra. What is Agnya Chakra characteristics? They do deep meditation, they get third eye activation, they get astral travel experiences, they get inner voice experiences, they do have a lot of extra sensory perceptions, isn't it? They try to communicate with the higher world beings, they try to communicate with the great masters who passed away already. All these things they start doing in many friends. It's something like they go deeper into meditation, they go into deeper spirituality. So that's how this transcendental soul people. The transcendental soul people also, in the latest stages of their own evolution, what they do is they try to take up the something called teaching job. That means they try to take a teaching profession. What is which teaching? Especially the Gnana teaching. That means spiritual Gnana, spiritual wisdom teaching, they start taking up. Now, so when they become a transcendental soul, they're living in the purely in the Agnya Chakra. Agnya Chakra, especially the Agnya Chakra at the state at that level or in the nature of Agnya Chakra, they're living. What do? Is they try to do more of the spiritual service. At the same time, what will happen is they try to explore more and more deeper aspects of the spirituality. They will keep exploring, my dear friends. Now, at this stage, all the great masters, you can say Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, even the Ramana Maharshi, Swami Vivekananda, and so many other Lahari Mahasaya, Swami Yogananda Paramahamsa, Swami Sivananda, right? All the great masters. All these great masters, they fall under the category of transcendental soul. At the same time, friends, what do is by teaching other people the spirituality and meditation, what do they do is they also help the lower souls, lower evolved souls to get to grow in their evolution. That means they try to make other souls also to get matured. That is the help they do. So as a part of their teaching, what do? They try to help the lower evolved souls to come up or to grow further, to evolve further in their soul journey. That is the help they do. That is why they are called Vimukhatma. See, this transcendental soul, other name is Vimukhatma. You have to remember this point. Okay. Now, so what happens, friends? After teaching, you are making other souls also evolving. All these things you are doing, isn't it? So that's how slowly what happened. You also grow to the next stage. Final stage is infinite soul. Friends, even transcendental soul, infinite soul, these souls will not be put into the karmic cycle or the cycle of the birth and death. These laws will not be applicable for these people. The karmic law of karma will not be applicable for these people. The reason is they are beyond the mind. They are living in the low soul consciousness always. They are beyond the law of karma, right? That is why they don't need to take a birth. They don't need to come to the earth planet. They are no more learning. They are coming only for teaching, for teaching and for educating others, for making others to evolve, and they are trying to make the humanity to realize themselves. For all this work, they come here. They don't come for any kind of a normal life, my dear friends. Maybe they'll get a family, of course. They get a father, mother, children, everything they may get. But their core philosophy, their core nature will be always living with a higher consciousness. They will keep talking only the higher things, my dear friends. Higher dimensional thing they will keep talking. They always keep talking like, I want to help the entire humanity. I want to make everybody to get enlightened. I want to teach all these people. I want to teach the Kriya Yoga. I want to teach the yoga for other people. Like they'll be just keep on using these kind of words. So these people fall under the transcendental soul. Now, that is why these souls will be coming to the earth planet only basing on their own choice. Basing on their own choice, they'll come here. Otherwise, there is no mandatory condition. There is no law of karma for them to come to the earth planet at all. There is no restriction. They can come here. If they want, they can come here. If they don't want, they don't need to. They will not come to here. They will be spending their time in the upper worlds, in the Urtvalokas. Okay, the upper layer of the worlds they'll be living. Okay, so high frequency worlds, my dear friends. Now, at the same time, so these people, especially my dear friends, so they become they become the creators now. They become the creators. Why do they become creator? Because they finished all the learning as a form of human soul. In the form of human soul, right from the infant soul to the infinite soul, the complete learning is done. In fact, the learning is finished by the old soul itself. The transcendental soul and infinite soul, there is no question of learning. It's only teaching. It's coming here for the welfare of the people. If there is a dharma, if dharma is collapsed on this earth planet, any point of time, they'll take the birth. They'll try to correct everything. They keep the humanity in the track, and then they go forward. That means they live in this physical world, like Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, all these great, the great human beings. They're all great human beings. They came here in order to establish the dharma on the earth planet, because the adharma has increased so much. Now, in this current state of the modern world also, friends, we are looking at the way the society is leading through. Lot of non-vegetarian. 95% non-vegetarians are there on this earth planet. It is a tragic, and it's a kind of pathetic, my dear friends. I do not know what consciousness we are, what is the level of consciousness we have right now. Right? The Mother Earth is suffering. Mother Earth vibrations, Mother Earth dimension, Mother Earth consciousness is severely affected because of our own the lower consciousness, what we try to follow. We are living with the lowest consciousness, my dear friends. That is why I doubt sometime. So the entire humanity, 800 crores population, if you see, maybe most of the 90% people are falling under below young soul. It means the baby's infant soul, baby soul, young soul, we are all 95% people are only they are limited to that particular soul evolution. Only maybe 10%, 5 to 10%, they are going upwards. So that's how, of course, all of us will be traveling towards upwards. No need to doubt about it. But it may take some lives together. Okay. But if you try to understand the wisdom, spiritual wisdom, so many things are there, such is the opportunity, such is the possibility is there, then what will happen? You can also speed up your evolution. How do you speed up your evolution? How do you accelerate your own soul evolution, my dear friends? By adding meditation to your life. It will accelerate your own soul evolution. You can jump so many lives, you can cut off so many lives, you can become a great master. You can become an enlightened master in a span of, maybe 50 to 100 lives also. Only thing is, decision is left to you. Decision is left to you. For your intellect, for your own intellect, the decision is left to you. You take a decision, what you want to do in your life, what you want to achieve in your life. I want to achieve 800 billions of dollars. Yes, it is your choice. Or I want to become a simple yogi, sitting under the tree, not even clothes, not even a bowl of food, not even having water. I want to do that. I want to get great success in the great enlightenment. Yes, it is possible. It's your decision. My dear friends, what happened is one of the story I would like to tell you. So there is one great yogi. He is living. His name is Diogenes. Okay, he was living under the tree on the bank of rivers. He is having only small gosi, small cloth around his, the penis. That's all. That's all the cloth what he has got. Okay. And he doesn't have anything. Around him, lot of dogs will be there. Lot of dogs will be keep walking around him, and he'll be happy. He'll be quite happiest person. So blissful person. He's a great yogi. His name is Diogenes. Now, Alexander, while going back after winning over the entire, different regimes, different kingdoms, he has spoiled, he has won all the things. Everybody is defeated. Now, while going back, almost he has reached near to Kashmir or that area, right? In India only it happened. It happened really, I'm telling you. It's a real incident. So when he was going back, and he heard that there is one happiest person. He himself thought, Alexander himself thought that I am a happiest person. I am the most happiest person in the earth planet. He thought that. Okay. Then somebody else told Swamiji, Raja, the king, whatever, Alexander king, right? So more than you, there is one more person who is always happy. Who is that person? I want to know, right? They said Diogenes, who is living, where is living? He is living so and so place. Go and ask him to come. Then these, their soldiers or somebody went there, asked him to come. Then he said, why should I come there? If you want, ask him to come to me. I am so happy with me, with what I have. I am the happiest, the blissful person. I am so joyful and blissful. Why should I come anywhere? Ask him to come here if you want to understand why I am happy. Then, so somehow Alexander also so curious, anxious and curious. You want to know who is this guy? I'm a king and he defeated so many kingdoms and so many kings. Now a small person is not coming to me. He's asking me to come. Hey, let me go. So curious and anxious. He went there and he saw him. He was lying down on the the bank of sand. On the sand he was lying down. All the dogs are around him. He's laughing and happy, enjoying all the enjoying the sunshine. Enjoying basically sunshine is falling on him. He's enjoying that. Then he came. He asked one question: why you are happy? He said, I am happy because I am happy. I am happy because I am living. I am living in this body, right? I am a soul. I am having a soul consciousness. That is, soul is with me. So soul is with me. That is the soul. Soul is actually a God, right? Soul itself is God. God is living with him, within him. Then why is not happy? Why he should not happy? So he said that I am happy always with what I have. So I am the most happiest person. I don't need anything else. So by looking at him, having nothing, he is so happy, joyful, blissful. The Alexander has got some kind of the introspection, some kind of it's called exploration, like, imploration started happening within him. Then he questioned himself. Okay. When he going back, what happened? Not even reaching his native place, native country, Greece country, what happened? In between only, he got some viral fever, the great viral fever. Okay. Which nobody can cure it. Okay, nobody can cure it. Then what happened? Of course, from Diogenes, he went away and he got some realization. Okay, he started thinking, after winning over so many kingdoms, I am still not happy. But this man, without doing anything, just lying on the bed of the sand, he is so happy and blissful. What is wrong with me? Right? So then, at the time of death, death has happened, death has come. At the time of the death, what he told is, keep my both hands like this from the coffin, keep my both hands emptied on the top, right? Show it to the entire world. I'm going with the empty hand. I don't have anything. I'm going with the empty hand. I have no meaning in this life, physical life. Nothing is achieved. I'm going in empty hand from this world to the other world. So that's the indication, friends. That's how what we need to understand. The real meaning of the life is living at present moment, being always happy, joyful, blissful, my dear friends. Okay. So we need to always remember this thing. Okay. So this is the way, this is how the soul evolved from infant soul to the infinite soul. Infant soul is the first time when it born out of the supreme consciousness as a infant soul, right? From there, your journey starts. It goes through about 400 lives. It is about 40,000 years. It takes 40,000 years, my dear friends. On average, I'm telling you. It is more than one yuga. One yuga is equal to 28,000 years. Likewise, so we are all the people, we are all the souls, my dear friends. We are here, we were there, We were there thousands of years back, and we will be there after hundreds of years and thousands of years also. We'll be keep coming. There's no worry. Be happy. Enjoy the life. Enjoy the life. Be happy always. Never ever worry for anything in the physical life, my dear friends. Whatever we are eligible, we will get. Whether you ask or not, whether you try for or not, try so hard or not, put your effort, do your karma, leave the fruits for the nature. Never ever worry about the fruits what you are going to get. Leave the fruits for the nature. Put your karma or put your action or efforts in a right manner. That's all there within your hands. This is called karma palatyaga. It's called karma palatyaga. It's all niskama karma. What is the niskama karma, my dear friends? It means I do my karma without expecting the fruits out of it. Fruits are left to the nature. What nature does? Nature knows to its children when to give, what to give, how much to give, what to be taken out, isn't it? What to be taken out, what time it has to be taken out, everything it knows, my dear friends. See, one of the story I'll give you. One day, Narada and Lord Sri Krishna, they were walking. Lord Sri Krishna said, let's go for a walk for 10 minutes. Okay. Then Narada got a doubt. He's going to do something, some chamatkar is going to do. Right? Like Krishna, what it does. So he's definitely thinking that some chamatkar is going to happen. Let me follow. So he was, Lord Krishna was going on the front, and the backside, the Narada was, with so much doubtful, he's walking. So after walking some extent, so Sri Krishna said, I am thirsty now. I am thirsty. Narada also told, I am also thirsty. Okay, go to that, let's go for the nearby house, very filthy rich house. Okay, he went there. So they knocked the door and asked for the water. That man, he came out and he saw both people. He has given the golden milk kind of thing. Golden milk. I mean, the milk with a lot of nutrients and all. He has given to them. They drank it, and then while going out, so what Lord Sri Krishna said. So he blessed him. So may you become so rich. May you become so wealthy. May you become, the more and more and more healthy, and may you become so healthy also. Like that, he blessed him and he went out. Now, Narada was asking, Swamiji, you have blessed him so much. Yes. So I blessed him because he has to enjoy the life some more, and he has to lead his life with more and more wealth, and let him go through that. Then after some time, after walking out of that house, then they were walking. There was a small hut. There was a very small hut. There was one person, and he is having only one cow with him. Okay, and going nearby that again, so Sri Krishna said, I am thirsty. Let's go and ask water. So they went there. So then that old man, the one particular man who is a raitu or farmer, right? He is having only one small hut and small family, and as well along with him one small cow is there. So he was washing the cow and all. So he said, so please sit here. I'll bring fresh milk for you, cow milk for you, and I'll give you. So then he brought the cow milk, fresh cow milk, and given to the Lord Sri Krishna. He has drunk it, and then while going out, he was telling to Narada, I am blessing him. I am blessing him such a way that his cow may die anytime. Then he was wondering, what is this chamatkar? So what happened? He has given a fresh milk, and he is telling that his cow may die anytime. It means, friends, then Sri Krishna clarified. You see, my dear Narada, this person is having only last attachment. His last attachment is only that cow. Once I remove that, you will come to me. That man who is living in the filthy rich house, he has so many attachments. When he will come? When he will come to me? He take lot of time. Let him enjoy that. Let him go through that. But this man doesn't have anything. He has got only one attachment, that is cow. If I take away that cow, he will come to me directly. He doesn't have anything else. This is the life, my dear friends. This is the life. This is called blessing in disguise. What is called? Blessing in disguise. See, for example, in our life also, we'll be having a filthy rich life. I used to see many of the people. You might have encountered this kind of people. Filthy rich people, everything is there. All of a sudden, in their own family, some loved one will die. All of a sudden. Then what happens now? Then what happened? They try to think inwards. They try to, having the complete silence takes place. Complete emptiness comes in their mind. what I am doing so far? What is this? So much richness, so much filthy rich I am. But what to do with all these things? Now my children is there, my kid is not there, my child is not there. My 25-year child is, he died. What should I do with all these things? That emptiness takes place. Then the meditation starts with them. Then this is called blessing in disguise, my dear friends. Okay. So